Invest. Collection. Invest. What the hell? Ace Attorney. Edgeworth. Where is the collection? Collection. The frick? Wait, I see the second game. Ish. Done. Huh? It was here, I swear. Is this? What? Okay, wait. What? What? Why? Why is it not? Why does it not exist? I mean, I don't mind doing Prosecutor's Gambit, but I thought the collection was on here. Am I crazy? Hold on, I'm looking at my Twitch and see what did I tag it as last time. Am I crazy? Investigate. Oh, I did. Okay. Prosecutor Gambit. You would think it would have the collection on here. Alright, sorry, there was no music. I gotta switch to Edgeworth. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we're good. I was like, I need the controller so my wrist can rest. Okay. Why is it like green? For some reason the it's not really doing anything, but my little bar is still at the bottom. Change your category? I thought I did. There. Thanks. Rolls eyes. Okay, anyway, that's fine. It doesn't really bother me. It just, you guys can still see it, which is important. Okay. With the, so the last thing that happened when we played this one, we did the first half of the first case. We found out that Bastian Brooke is dead. And yeah, that's about it. So with the death of Bastian Brooke and the revelation that Shelley the Killer was in our midst. Yeah. Did my controller just like... Oh. My controller died. The case had taken a turn we could have never predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened. And the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. But the scene cleared. We stepped cautiously aboard. Oh. March 25th, 4:15 p.m. Zhangfa Presidential. That does not sound right to me when I say it. Presidential? Plane? No president in sight. Now where could he be? Who knows? Ah, so he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we have already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. Alright. My only option right now is to play along. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. So the attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard. Look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edgeworth. Not that I need it, but yes, that's what I thought. But then there's nothing else for it. Okay, Verade, great thief extraordinaire. Just have to take it from here. Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me? Nope. I love how honest she is. I thought not. I will provide vital assistance. Now let's get to scouring this crime scene from top to bottom. It will take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup. So I'll need to draw this part of the investigation out for as long as possible. Okay. Itchy. Ugh, well, I know why I'm itchy. I get like itchy sometimes from when you're out in the sun. I don't know if people like sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. Someone has left an inflatable boat and an oar here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time. Wait, but there's only one oar. You can still row with one oar, you know. Very true. You really can. There's a wide selection of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vests, hazmat gear. No way, there's even a spacesuit. I get the sense that the president thinks he's very much in need of protection at all costs. But what if he was in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere? And he was in space. What would he do then, huh? Virtue's last reward? No, not really that much of a reference. Not really that much, but yeah. Then he'd simply put on the bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit. That's probably easier said than done. Probably. The president is on the other side of this door. And what a door it is. Bet I could get the better of it, though. Get the better of it? Doors aren't there to be beaten. But look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there, begging me to try it. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why might this door be locked? For me to open it, of course. Precisely. For you to open it, of course. Wait, what is the right answer anyway? Not even Edgeworth knows. It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and out and around the plane. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room. They didn't go cheap when they bought these, huh? Very high res. Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. Oh, my bad. They're just the usual deep etched lines, you know, on your forehead. If you've quite finished, what can't be British? That's the outside of the plane. Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted, but such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Whoa! You're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen? Of course, with ease. You have to teach me how, please! Are you taking on apprentices by any chance? Hello, Dawn. Dawn, are you a serious girl gamer? Shelly is back, spoilers. They already said he's Shelly. Thank you for the hydrate. Are you a serious girl gamer? Probably. Teacher said you're not. Okay, do you realize who you're talking to, don't you? Sorry. Had to ask though. What a great skill for a great thief to know. Unfortunately for you, I am not the type to take on understudies. You're not, huh? Shame. Shame? In what way exactly? Come on, Shelly. Just teach Kay how to murder and rob and I beat Kingdom Hearts on proud mode. Oh my god. Such a serious girl gamer. What on earth is this? Oh, that? It's the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. Okay. But if that's the case, then why has it been left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, that is pretty weird. It certainly wouldn't be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath it? I thought something seemed strange about this cubby hole, but now I'm sure of it. There was almost certainly another monitor here. Yeah, why would they put it like a plushie there? Very bizarre. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Wait, you know what? Before we do that, I forgot to talk to Kay. Notice anything? So there were two red-hooded assassins? Well, I don't know if we can say that with any certainty just yet, but Mr. DeKiller is a professional assassin, right? And Tabby was pointing a laser sight at the president. I give up. This one's a real mind-bender. If the truth cannot be discerned, it is because something is obscuring it. Oh, I gotcha. So we can swipe that something, the next treasure we bag will be the truth. Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. You may sell a few One Piece cards and buy that huge bundle of Mega Man TGC stuff. 3 booster boxes. It'll be fun to open. Sounds cool. How to investigate. I've been studying up on how to investigate like a pro, you know? Have you really? That's good to hear. Yeah, so basically you examine stuff and that helps you figure out what evidence and information to bag. And you connect some of that info you pick up, present some evidence you pocketed, and poof, suddenly you're making off with the greatest treasure of all, the truth. Well, can't say I haven't been putting the work in, can you? I applaud the effort, Kay. About the case. I can't believe a real-life assassin is asking us to investigate a real-life crime. Indeed, just what is his game? Either way, all we can do now is push on ahead. Let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth, for Mr. Rook. A sidekick's role. It's hard work being someone's trusted sidekick. I don't remember ever asking you to be one. And how come you get to do all the detectiving and all the fun? It's no fair. I don't remember becoming a detective either. But you've got the brains for it. All you're missing is a pipe in your hand. Sherlock? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about anymore. Are you kidding? We're talking about how to be the perfect sidekick. Maybe I should keep a database where I can store all the vital information we find. And then I'd be doubling up on what you already do, huh? I should never have bothered asking. Gonna grab something, you should just go ahead and grab it, even if it's worthless. She doesn't seem to think much of my little treasure. Blub blub, hello, Cremu. I knew I'd bag the truth about the laser sight, but who knew I'd swipe a shot of Mr. DeKiller too? Yes, we wouldn't have found him without your help. Hehe. Well, just you wait. Next time, I'll be bringing home the biggest treasure ever. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, don't worry. You know I wouldn't steal anything but the truth. For your sake, I hope that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You're on holiday? No worries. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I have nothing else to add about all this stuff. Steel Samurai is great and all, but everyone knows all about the Jammin' Ninja these days. Running around in old-timey Japan, having amazing adventures, singing cool songs. He's the best. Is he the one who isn't even an actual ninja? Yeah, okay, we actually seen this before. She said that. That's him. He used the power of his amazing ninja songs to become a superstar. Maybe I should give it a try. A singing thief. What do you think? A singing thief would be arrested in a heartbeat, which is a good reason not to stop her, I suppose. Yeah, okay, so I think it's all stuff that we've heard about. Blub blub. Blub blub. Alright, now we can scour the scene. A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring straight at me. And look, there's a big lever right by its butt. Don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't thinking anything, I swear. I imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet. Ah, I see. He's standing on a trap door. I strongly advise you do not pull it. Do so, and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. Documents of some kind. We could always steal a glance. Also cover in case an amphibious assault. The president's safety is paramount. Spectator areas should be covered at all times. Another security plan. Oh yeah, like the one from the trash can. Precisely, but wait, something feels off. I think it's their placement, right? Yeah. The two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Huh. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in then, we'd all have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a serious twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for a good measure, too. And where were you while this was happening? You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Ah, now I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you're already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Oh, I see. That's who injured his neck. I get it now. What? It's you. Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. A testament to Mr. Rook's skill, he was truly a master of his craft, unlike a certain other someone I could mention. I'm just as good as he ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name. You admire his skill as a bodyguard? Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection he was talking about. And that's why we changed up the security plan, and to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the rank. The president didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust, and he only trusts two people, me and Rook. Security plan data updated in my organizer. How does that explain your change of position? Oh yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side. I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right, so I could only cover the president's left side, so I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Knight can't turn his head to the right, so he was moved to the right side of the stage. Okay. That looks heavy. So this is what a president wears, huh? Must be made of something super special. Yes, to protect him from bullets. What? So it's not just for show? Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest. Found on the desk. Has a bullet lodged in it. Is it the president's? Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly. Did she not know what a bulletproof vest looked like? The fuck are those? These personal safety alarms are very colorful. Looks like they got a lot of use as well. I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. Why would they all be here if that was the case? No, these are for his own personal use. Objection, Your Honor. It is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he is human and therefore possesses only 2 hands. 20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection. There's nothing of interest here. Nothing. Okay. It's a solid circular life preserver designed to be used in case of emergency on the water, or rather, the sea, to be more precise. Oh, the sea. I love the sea. We should go sometime. Sorry, but you'll have to make that particular trip without me. Oh, don't be like that. Come on, it'll be fun. We can have lobster rolls, ice cream, all that good stuff. Something tells me the sea isn't the main attraction for you, is it? A riot shield, and next to it, a canary. A canary in a cage. Oh, she's so sweet. I want one. Did you ever see a cuter partner in crime? Partner in crime? Oh yeah, she could help me with lockpicking and stuff like that. The great thief has no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth. Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for detecting poisonous gases. Wait, this one isn't actually for that, is it? Probably. I would assume. If he literally keeps thinking he's going to be assassinated any second, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. 2 gas masks in case of a poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times. Wow, gas masks. I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about them, of course. Oh, from a fellow thief, I presume? No, from the Jammin' Ninja, you know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but toxic ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down some sick burns. And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. Wow. Okay, Edgeworth, you can go on your autism rant on the Steel Samurai, but God forbid Kay goes on hers with Jammin' Ninja. Suspicion of murder. I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls. But then why lie about your jacket and the laser sight? I just knew y'all would think it was fishy. Is it really that? Is that really all it was? Please, you gotta believe me. I could never do something like this. I'd like to tell you everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. If you really are innocent, I'll prove it, one way or another. Thanks, Chief. I believe in you. How many times must I tell you, I am not your chief? Oh, sorry, Ruffles. Clean forgot you were Chief number 2. That's not what I meant. Prosecutor's manner is impenetrable, and he cross-examines his subjects without mercy. I was just rendered speechless before him. But I haven't even said anything yet. The music's so sad. Sure, I was the one who made that recording, but I know, you don't need to say any more. At the end of the day, I'm just a lousy reporter who can't speak for herself, let alone, the people. That's not true. And even if you can't, the evidence can speak on your behalf. The truth is always hidden within the evidence, and it will always reveal itself in the end. Thanks, Ruffles. I'll be stealing that line if you don't mind. Sure. If it'll cheer her up, I suppose I can let it slide. Suddenly, the prosecutor pulls out the revolver and pointed right at the innocent young reporter. Her tragically short life over almost before it had begun. She crumpled doll-like into the watery grave. Okay. Perhaps if you'd actually been shot, I could understand you saying such awful things, Miss Lloyd. But if I wait that long, I won't be able to say nothing at all. True. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. Guess I'm about to make the front page after all, just not for the reasons I wanted. We've only scratched the surface of this case, Miss Lloyd. It may not have to end that way. The assassin they never saw coming, the demon in Reporters Clothing, the shimmering she-devil. Could this stunning young journalist really be a killer? You know the drill. I'll be the talk of the tabloids, the subject of scuttlebutt, from here to who knows where. Really, those titles are a tad too much, even for the trashiest of papers. He flashes his steely pointy badge and growls. Fess up or you'll be stewing under these lights until the cows come home. I've literally never said that. Then the mean old detective chimes in with, yeah, and you won't be getting any beef stew either, pal. What exactly are you doing, Miss Lloyd? She's role-playing. Oh, just a little practice, prepping for the interrogation y'all are no doubt fixing to put me through. Except that prosecutor has nothing to do with the grilling or stewing of suspects. Too fucking stupid. I think she says the same things too about all this stuff, but Yeah. Yeah. I've said this before. Alright. Let's talk to these guys first. Wait. Okay. I have high hopes for your investigation. Oh, wait. But I have high hopes for your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. A mutual understanding. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do take care. Do take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. Ugh, really have no choice but to do as he says for now. Assassination attempt. Can't believe I let an assassin onto the president's plane. You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone? You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. Ugh, fine. I'll get back to the investigation. Good. I am expecting great things from you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, let's see. We can present stuff to him. I must admit, I have never seen one of these up close. It's akin to a license, correct? I, too. No way! You have a license to kill? I knew she was gonna say that shit. No, but if I must spell it out for you. Nope. All good, thanks. You can keep that little nugget of truth locked up nice and tight in your heart, okay? So, even a great thief's bravado quickly crumbles in the face of an assassin. I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would like to talk business, we can do so later in private. What's that supposed to mean? What? What did that mean? You really think that's the key to cracking this case? It may not seem it, Mr. Knight, but Mr. Edgeworth has his methods. His reasons for presenting such an item are myriad, I am sure. Yes, precisely. I won't get away with that too many times. Huh? Where did you get that? This is today's security plan for the president's speech, correct? Yeah, that's right. There's me, and there's Rook. Should have been me standing there, not him. Can't help but feel that he has some unresolved issue when it comes to Mr. Rook. Such a frightfully blunt instrument, no knowledge or skill required. The use of such a tool speaks to a fundamental lack of reverence for the craft, wouldn't you say? You're telling me there's a level of reverence involved when choosing a murder weapon? Indeed I am, Mr. Edgeworth. You wouldn't agree? A weapon is a weapon. Well, I totally agree, and so does he. Now say sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. What is there even to apologize for? A single piece of evidence was all it took for you to track me down. You really are as good as they say. I still don't get why you hid it under the samurai dog stand. As I said, I did not wish to be mistaken for the shooter. A shooter you identified by means of a different jacket entirely, or do you doubt your own logical conclusions? I have to admit, there are no lies to be detected in his words. Okay. Let's examine the body. And scour the scene. Okay. We've got an open briefcase. It's a bulletproof, I want to say Atachi case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There were some in Kay's photograph too. Looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Oh hey, that's the photo I snatched. You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, Kay. but I'm snatching up a moment in time, like, with every picture I take, you know? I take it. Snatch is your new favorite word. Maybe. That's the victim, Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zangfa. He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started, which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath. At least he'll get posthumously promoted? Okay, it's better to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth. What do you mean? I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotional system as the police in the first place. The bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. Like it was on purpose or something, huh? The cause of death would appear to be the loss of blood. Attempts were made to snatch it, but to no avail. Or stanched it? The medics must have been brought in to try to save him. Sadly, it was too little too late. So the victim was also carrying a revolver. It looks like he was trying to use it. Probably drew an instinct when he felt threatened. We should check to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. All there, and no other sign of a weapon being used. Was this one on loan from Zangfa too? Yep, sure was. We're always issued with the same model gun. So, the gun looks like the same one as the murder weapon. Just saying. I could really use one of these. I wonder if Gummy can hook me up with a bulletproof loot bag and some bulletproof ninja socks too. Does a true great thief really need all their gear to be bulletproof? Well, how else do you expect me to survive the hail of bullets at the end of every job? Or do you really want me and my treasure to end up like a Swiss cheese? Just what kind of heist is she planning? So the bullet went in just under his armpit? It did. One and the few parts in his torso not protected by the vest. And the medics never made it in time. Do you think he was in pain before? We don't have time to think like that. The only way to end his pain now is to discover the truth. Right, and I'm gonna help you do just that. Nothing to say. I didn't know the guy. I didn't have no reason to kill him. Mr. Rook may have been the one who died, but it seems the president was the real target. Well, I didn't have no reason to kill him either. I never even heard of the guy. Remind me again, what is it you said you came here to do today? Well, that is well, you know how. Just quit trying to trick a girl, will ya? Welcome back, Gypsy. I'm sorry. You got me. What do you mean you got me? What do you mean you got me? I bet not even Rook saw it coming. And who could blame him? Guy like that getting killed by some minor league hack. Quiet, please. Ugh, you grr. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, continue with your investigation. Right. What is he hoping to achieve here? Someone posted the MPAA rating for a Godzilla film and it rated PG, and I'm quoting here, traditional Godzilla violence. Traditional. Okay, so we got to piece together some logic. The president was targeted during his speech. Premeditated attack. On the desk was the bullet lodged in it. Is it the president's? 6-shot revolver on loan from Zangfa. Not been fired. So I think they're the same. The two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zhangfa. Okay, found in the trash can on the left side of the spectator, 2 spent bullets, same models as the victims. Bodyguards all got their guns from Zhangfa authorities, right? Yes. Are they like super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, and it's certainly not impossible either. Boo! And here I thought they might be valuable treasures. Yes, it is something of a shame. Whoa, I just mentioned treasures. You actually responded for once. I only mean to point out that if the guns were rarer, it would be much easier to trace them, which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. Ha, see. Everything's a treasure to hunt one way or another, including this investigation. You could say that. Alright then. It's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation. She certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. Alright, bullet through the body. Bulletproof vest. Nice position. Maybe. Okay. 2 bullets were fired in total. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag into the balloon, and the other took Mr. Rook's life. But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How is that possible? How indeed. The numbers don't add up. However, there is one possible explanation. There is? After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found it lodged itself in the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were in fact 1. No way. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured at all by the impact? Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I've known guys who got broken bones that way, but the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Sounds like he didn't even need a vest. Let's not get carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed. Remind me what those are again? Guns leave a unique pattern of grooves on every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. Think of them as fingerprints of a sort. You can tell that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away! Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact would have completely flattened it. You'd be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find. What? I was all set for some analyzing. That's quite enough investigating for now. Prez is making me watch something weird again. Is it heated rivalry? The heated rivalry. Q blink twice if you need. Alright, that's quite enough investigating for now. Ugh, what is taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, have you solved the case? No? No? Yeah. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean the president, the most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door. He really intends to have me question the president? Now, if you would be so kind to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop right there, the killer. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you are watching us through your security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Grr. Grr. Well, then, if nothing else, we now know what kind of a man you really are. Mr. President! Stop! You can't do this. Just, let's all calm down, alright? Come on now, detective. Where the blazes are you? Oh. Eek! The lights! What's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No, stop. Yeah. Eek. Okay, you won't get away with this, killer. I have seen enough. I now know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. March 25th, 4:45 p.m., Zhangfa presidential plane. I'm sorry, the pose that Gumshoe is making right now on the floor. I must have been knocked unconscious. Sir, you're okay. Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Nah, I'm fine. I just woke up myself. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it, so you can stop worrying. Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and, she told us he'd left. She told us he'd flown the coop. Proposal stands. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. The bodyguard over there told us something too. It seems there's an inflatable boat missing by the window. The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. What about the cordon around the park? I called everybody back in the stake out of the plane. Wait, I can't read for some reason. I'd called everybody back in this inn to stake out the plane, including the guy stationed across the water. No, so he's completely slipped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Calling card, marked with a seashell. Guess he wanted to leave a message. Calling card data jotted down. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. But you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about his parting words. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. All clear out here, sir. Over. What's going on? That was the president. He's coming out. He's coming out! Oh my god. Good for him. Now? So he's the president of Zhangfa, Mr. Dijon Wang. Dijon? Like Dijon? Dijon? And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. Dijon Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhangfa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. Hello, welcome in. Mustard Wang. He must be referring to the Yatakarasu case. Thank you, sir. But all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer did get away. That's very kind of you to say. So he was watching through his security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. Knight has appraised me of the state of affairs. Apprised me of the state of affairs. And from this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhangfa's police force, the finest in the world. Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown off the case? What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have... Detective. Forgive him, Mr. President. But I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zhangfa's jurisdiction. You fail to see? Enough. Puny prosecutor. Hello, Okusan. Is that a lion in a suit? He kinda is. You seek explanations from a head of state? I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. He kind of looks like, Will Powers if He was like evil. Now hand over the evidence you've gathered and remove yourselves from this plane. I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Come on, come on. Let's bring back our wolf boy. Wolf boy, come back. Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. No. No. Why? Why let us come so far, only to pull the case out from under us now? May leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir, right away. To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my faithful servants, the effrontery, the villainy. I didn't murder nobody. 'Cause I... Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and iniquity. God, this guy talks with big words. Can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no, 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. He's hiding something. I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, there's gotta be something we can do. Think, Miles. Remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? A lot. You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers, but you failed when I was Phoenix. Has the critical evidence always been laid out at your feet? No. And yet you always got the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words. Logic chess time? Logic chess time. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He's angry. Begone, puny prosecutor. Do you dare defy the direct orders of a president? He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objections by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offense, the best thing that I can do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's the head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself up to attack easily. I can't let him bully me into submission. I can have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on Zhang Fa taking over the case. The board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. Or mine chess, I'm sorry. So who will take over the case? Explain to me why I'm off the case. Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile, cease your insolent jabbering. I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none of your concerns. If I want to take this any further, I'll need a clue of some kind. Let me try another tack for now. Okay, so who will take over the case? Please, about the case. Did I give you permission to speak? No, 1,000 times no. Bide my time. I am the leader of Zhang Fa. I have no time for your insolent back chat. I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force. I do. Now enough of your pointless questions. Do you really think I'm going to give up? You must have realized by now what a massive corner you talked yourself into. Worthless, meaningless bluster. Some pathetic ploy to buy time, perhaps. Maybe it was a little too pathetic to chime in like, oh, okay, he was still angry, technically. Okay, never mind. Can't let him bully me onto the back foot. I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find an opening. Okay. So bide our time. So bide my time again. Huh, good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zhang Fa. You have no rights here. Is that so? Could it be that our current location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. It could be a useful clue. Explain to me why I'm off the case? Could you at least explain to me why? Perhaps it's time to employ my clue. Are they related to our current location? In the course of our conversation, I've deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location. You smart Alex? You said yourself the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zangfa, and from that we can infer you believe the rules of extraterritoriality applies inside here. Is that correct? Enough. Cease your objectionable whining. Are things getting too hot for you? You can rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true. Extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here. Interesting. So the extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with all of this. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim that the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? This next move will surely decide the victor. He may be the president, but nobody is untouchable. You just have to find the right angle of attack. Does that rule really apply here? You've overplayed your hand. Does that rule really apply here? You believe that extraterritoriality applies here, but can you prove it? Do you even understand what you are asking? Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame? Calling into question the good word of one such as myself? I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime. Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Zangfa. If I want to take this any further, I'll need a clue of some kind. Let me try another tack for now. Okay, you've overplayed your hand. Surely see that you have overplayed your hand? And nobody asked for your opinion. You need only obey me. You need only obey me, nothing else. By time. You dare tell me how to govern? How to lead? You dare contradict me? On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt? Yes, I do. No, she is guilty. She is the culprit. There is nothing left to debate. Bide my time? Who else could have fired from outside the plane? There's no other viable suspect. Fascinating. So he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane. This could be a vital clue. Okay. Bide my time. I'm gonna deploy my clue. She fired at you from outside the plane? I don't know what any of this means right now, but I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality, whatever that word is, of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. How could I have bested by a mere prosecutor? But I am the president. The president! Checkmate. That wasn't so bad. I kinda like this mind chest thing. Kind of really makes me like think differently. I don't know. I trust you won't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President? Grrr. This dude has the tightest suit I've ever seen. I hereby officially and unreservedly confer my approval. Consider it a gesture of magnanimity and generously for which my good office is known. Yes, for without noble acts, unmistakable and irrefutably, for which reason we hereby There can be no other outcome. Our goals are lofty and our hearts. People of Zangpa, I swear to you here and now, this investigation will continue. All that when he could have just said, okay, you got me. Mr. Knight, if you would care to return the evidence. Peh, take it. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. We sure did. And now the investigation can continue. Whatever. Enjoy your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play. Then you will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you will be so kind. What is it? Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself? Now you just want me to testify? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's your next move? If you want the president to testify, you'll have to take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. He will get his day in court soon enough, but if a person of interest refuses to cooperate at the investigative stage of the process, they are obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. What's the matter? Is there something you'd rather we didn't know? Stand down, Knight. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. Thank you for your cooperation. Now listen, and listen well. Hold on. I think I need more water. Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me, and bang! A shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Not red? Okay. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. Then, the second shot. The bullet went straight through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. I guess if you look at it in one way, the president is also a victim here. Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. But that makes it even weirder. Why would the target of a crime try to be obstructed? Wait. Crime tried to obstruct the investigation. My guess is that there's something behind all this that he doesn't want made public. Cover up, huh? I knew there was more to this case than meets the eye. And the president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Get some more water. Alright. This music is pretty good. It is a jam. Oh, why is my controller not? Oops.
Hold it!
No. Whatever. What? Which one did we press? Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped out in front of me. When they stepped in to protect you, were you aware of the fact that you were being targeted? Hello, E. Was I aware of the... No! I was aware of my audience, nothing else. It's on the... you misspelled it. I was seeing if you would figure it out. Well, I step up to the podium. I enter another world entirely, a place of rapture, a place beyond words. Wait, what? I was aware of my audience, something else. When I step up on the podium, I enter another world entirely, a place of rapture, a place. This guy is like role playing, or it's burn down store, I think. Yeah, I think it's called stage fright. I bet you were like a deer in headlights. No, 1,000 times no. I remember every second. Each moment is indelibly etched in my memory. There you go. When Rook and Knight stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback. Then, bang. Oh, wait, I wanted to press your first statement, and I made it oopsies. I was when the incident occurred. The stage, of course. And how would you describe the incident exactly? Oh, you naive little man. Do you really think your silly... Wait. Do you really think your silly, simple question will shake me? I was involved in a craven attempt to silence... I was involved in a craven attempt to silence me with cold steel. While I was speaking to my adoring public, no less. Bro is like role-playing the president right now. Like, this guy can't be a real president. He feels like he's like role-playing a president. About that red balloon. Are you trying to test me, Mr. Prosecutor? No, Mr. President. I simply wish to confirm what you remember. Huh. Very well. There were 2 very large, very round balloons, one on either side of the stage. Ooh, 2 very round, very large balloons. Their deep crimson hue stood stark against the sky, just as the security plan said they would. The same security plan we found in the trash can, I assume. Rook and Knight leapt to my aid just before the balloon exploded. Not hesitating for an instant.
Hold it!
You said they tried to escort you back onto the plane? Yes, that is exactly what I said. They threw open their Atachi, I keep wanting to say Atachi cases. That must be the moment Kay captured on camera, and immediately moved to help me back onto the aircraft. And then, second shot.
Hold it!
Do you know where that second bullet went? Is this how you treat a foreign dignitary? Or do you really think such needingly? Reading is hard. Questions necessary? Wow, what's he so upset about? You must insist on going over the same details again and again? Even my patience has its limits. You know full well where it went. Well, it went right through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. If I may ask, what was the victim like in that moment? He was a man amongst men, a real hero. The mere impact of the bullet took my breath away, and yet he had the strength to grab me and rush me back inside the presidential plane. So you and the victim entered the plane together, is that correct? Yes, he offered his noble protection, and I gladly accepted it. All was as it should be. That sounds nice and all, but doesn't that just mean he's always the first to make us escape? He's the president, detective. It's basically in his job description to do so. Huh. Nothing he's saying seems too off base. Guy's the victim here. Wouldn't make much sense for him to lie to us, you know? Guess we gotta assume he's telling the... No? One of the things he said is clearly wrong. Think back to the scene of the crime. Huh? Didn't we miss something? Alright, let me see that evidence again. I might as well take another look myself. I know what it is. I literally... I noticed it when he said something. I was like, hmm. Alright. Sent.
Objection!
One has clearly been skipping chess day, as this chess is rather weak compared to the rest of it. He's trying, okay? You say it was a plain red balloon that burst, but I strongly beg to differ. What? Take a look at this. I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you? No! Oh, looks like he's about to barf. What? Who is that? Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him, especially if you were hoping to inaugurate yourself with the people of this country. Yeah, you need to watch the Jammin' Ninja too. He's amazing. So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It was in fact of the Steel Samurai. Oh my god. The hiccups are coming. Yeah, he's kind of missing the man boobs. Steel Samurai, I know, Edgeworth is like obsessed with Steel Samurai. It was funny. The girl that's next to him, Kay, she likes to Jammin' Ninja, and she was like going on her little rant about it, and Edgeworth's like, time to tune out. And I'm like, Edgeworth, you go on your little autistic rant about Steel Samurai. Let somebody else have the stage. Oh, let somebody else have the stage. But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. And they are, right on the security plan. They do look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons. Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Yes, Mr. President. It seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir. Borrowed? That's what we were told. Guess they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, though. It seems there was a little trouble here on site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow. I really don't understand this hand movement he's doing. Like, what is this? What's he pinching? Like, first we had the guy that would take his jacket on and off in the first game, and then you got this guy who's like pinching like that. Okay, I said that last stream. I said, what is he like? He's pinching the T. He's fine. He's looking for the T. He's trying to unhook an imaginary bra. He's trying to unhook the president's bra right now. He's trying to, like, he's been practicing for ages. His eyes closed. He's been practicing. That's why the president looks pretty flat. He's wearing a bra. He's wearing a binder. Actually. Or maybe he's imagining, because he goes like back and forth, like, you know, like, well, I mean, sometimes he goes in the middle. I guess he like honks his nose in between, but like, you know, like left nipple, right nipple, nose, you know, I don't know. So anyway, just food for thought. One of the original balloons burst somehow, so they swapped it in as an emergency replacement. Yeah. Well, one of these stall holders happened to have it. From what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. Very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. Happy-go-lucky stall hood with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare? Huh. They filled just the balloon part up with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloon. Ah. While it was a Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain red one above water. Is that the long and short of it? Knight, why was I not informed of this? Sorry, sir. We didn't think it was a pressing issue. And indeed, you saw it and knew no different. Correct? Yes, I suppose so. Could he really have mistaken the Steel Samurai's pants for a plain red balloon? Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon. Of course. What's that outburst for? Now I remember. Or it's a right ball, left ball, True. I could barely see the balloon. You could barely see the balloon. That's absolute cap. No. That's cap. There's no way. With the plate, no. No. You couldn't see it? That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags to the side of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view. Is that so? Not true. Edward says cap. Yes, those two flags. They were being blown back towards me. There would have been a strong wind blowing right around the time of the incident, strong enough to blow the flags in just such a fashion. But does that conflict in any way with our understanding of the case? Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It has? Yes, a contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. When I arrived at the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags as the president describes, a certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. Which piece of evidence contradicts the stated conditions? Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Earlier reduced that the bullet that struck the steel samurai balloon and the bullet that passed through the flag were one and the same. Yep. From those two things, we further deduced the trajectory of the bullets must have taken. Boom. We concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the flags were blowing as the president describes, our conclusion becomes quite different. No way. The flags were pointed in the other direction. Exactly. Our trajectory changes completely. Okay. If we trace that trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot. Wait, but Mr. Edgeworth, that would mean... Yes, I know. We may not yet understand the reason why, but it can only have been one person who did it. Who does the bullet's new trajectory implicate? This guy. I mean, he was the one swinging it around like an idiot. His little gun. The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. Yeah. Oh, the music's so good. But the guy's the one of the president's bodyguards. Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin? Seriously, Edgeworth. We've put up with a lot from you, but this? We're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces that put on the board to protect the king. I'll handle this, Knight. Sorry, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech, but the wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during the crucial moment. I mean, you literally were just saying that, so... The first shot was fired right around the time the president raised his fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows just that. Perhaps you can also show us what was happening with the flag then. Oh, K stuff. Right? Yeah, because it shows the flag flapping here. Right? Yeah, I think it's this.
Take that!
Your proof is in this picture right here. This should be good. Which picture? Where? You can see which way the flag was really blowing right here.
Take that!
Well, do you deny that that it clearly shows the flag? Ugh, there we have it, proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting. So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon, making him the assassin? Mr. Knight. I don't think he's the assassin. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss. But I think he wanted to kill Rook. Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? Like, he really wishes he was Ocelot Revolver, like, or Revolver Ocelot, whatever. Like, the fuck? And now watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next. There was a point, I'm sure of it. If I can figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. Revised trajectory shows that Knight shot the right side balloon. The fact alone changes everything about the case. Why did Knight's assigned position change? I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. I can only cover the president's left side, so I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. But is that the only reason? Let us suppose that the plan hadn't changed, that Knight had remained posted on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he had even been able to shoot the balloon closest to him? Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? And if we suppose that to be the case, two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. That's right, the president was the one who ordered the change. If I'm reading this thing right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting, which means he must have had foreknowledge he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. And if that's true, then everything else has been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? And why would they then carry out the shooter wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant? And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a direct hit to his vest? These are the questions that Knight and the president don't want us to consider. There is only one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun: to create the illusion of an assassination attempt. What? Huh? But why? Idiot, you do understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you were so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden. How dare you speak to me that way? Is this some sort of sick joke? Oh, it's no joke. I assure you. It is simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning, nothing more. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of the gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again. He did? Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit. So then, what's the deal with the one in the vest? I'm willing to bet the bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred. Oof. So Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all? Hello, Bloodia. So... I'm confused then. They faked the assassination. Are we saying that the bullet bounced off the vest and killed him? Or, I don't know. Well, we'll probably explain it. Well, we'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at the bullet. At the very least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct? But you said it yourself. You found the shooter in a photograph, the person with the red hood. I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight. And then where does Tabby fit into all this? She was simply one part of their plan. In order to place a suspicion elsewhere, they set about creating a fake assassin. A highly suspicious person with the red hood. I have yet to ascertain exactly how complicit Miss Lloyd was in your whole scheme, but I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president. That's right. I was tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd flew into a panic, yes, thus making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in a blink of an eye. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into thin air. But then, the case would have gone cold. Exactly what our friend here was hoping for. Makes sense why they wanted you off the case. Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, no wonder why he didn't have a chest. Oh no, he's not hot. No, the presidential mask has well and truly slipped. Admit it. The entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? Now he kinda actually looks like a lion. If that stupid chief prosecutor hadn't insisted on assigning you, how could I let this happen? Sad wet cat. He kinda is. Oh, I was like, who is that? That's enough, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight. Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Uh-oh. The fuck are you doing? Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight and protecting my king. Oh, these two are fucking. Bro wishes he was Revolver Ocelot. You are not Ocelot. Ooh, why he kinda... Which one? The president or Knight? Which one you biting the finger to? Knight? Oh. He might be the murderer. I hope you know that. Cat, bear, and horse twink. Yeah, him and the president doing bad things. Bad things? Doing questionable things with each other at night. I wonder why Rook was murdered. Maybe he caught though and he's like, you two are fucking each other. And he's just like, you gotta die now. Okay. I'm just saying. It's just, we might arrest him in like 5 seconds, so... Go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words? He wouldn't, would he? Nah. I don't need this thing to shut you up. Okay. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. A certain something, huh? Mighty specific. What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd? Ah. This thing. Knight is giving bottom energy. You used this to hide your... Oh wait. Not the picture. I wish they would have included the picture as evidence, too. I really hate this animation. I wonder if someone knows like what this is implying with his like little finger thing. Like, what is he squeezing? Yeah, I know, I fucked up. This is pretty suspect piece of evidence. Okay, yeah, I know. Wrong one. I literally thought the picture would also work. I think he's trying to do air quotes. No, I like the idea that he's like pinching something. Well, he said something that he likes to play chess, so at first I thought it's like him picking up a chess piece, but like I don't think that's how you do it.
Take that.
Let's take a look at Kay's photograph. Okay, I could have used the damn photograph too. Just saying. Also, why is that laser look like he painted on his forehead? He's got the meta glasses. Your right hand's completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
Objection! Why does he say it like that? Objection! You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Just what? But the theories are all you have, conjectures, nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind. At precisely the right moment, I hid my gun with my attache case. Attache? I want to call it just attache. We changed the security plans because I couldn't turn my head? It's all just speculation. Circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it. Ugh. You can at least... if you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine. You could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna go dredge it up? Oh, gumshoe! I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth? Miss Lloyd. Of course, she could shed some light on this whole situation. I need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? No, never mind. That's what I thought. The design goes hard. Miss Lloyd. I do. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be forever lost. Will be lost forever, I mean. You are a journalist after all, are you not? Dang it. I can't stay quiet any longer. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed you this before. What is this? It's the laser pointer I used in the president. That's all I've done. I never shot anybody. You stupid. Thought I told you. You squeal and you go down as an accomplice. It was him. He told me to do it. I was at Sangfa's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you. This was 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue, just starts talking. Help me out and I'll get you an exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. This girl dumb as shit. What about the gun in the trash can? That I don't know nothing about, I swear it. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point that there pointer at the president. I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry. Truly I am. Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. It ought to go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. Ugh, what's wrong with you people? Any of you know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from the case as you intended, perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet, Oh. Is he hot still now? I need a... I'm trying to take a screenshot. It's not taking a screenshot. I need a screenshot of this. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on, let me take a close-up one. I'll send it to you so you can hold on to it. Here you go. I don't know why, it's just so good. Let me get this straight. You told Tabby, if you let slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Or something like that. Of all the dirty. I said no such thing. President Wang? Why didn't they give him an objection? Give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's our only choice. So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt? I do. Sorry. But why? Why do something like that? My popularity has been on wane back home. I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies, all of it. And the bullet in the vest? It was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today. Bulletproof vest data updated. So okay, then who killed this guy? I was about to just say the same thing. I was like, dang, it's just like real life. But then, what was up with the killer? The plan got out somehow. He even looks like him. And then he just appeared hell-bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one. Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. He hoped to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. There is one thing I don't understand, though. Well, what would that be? Why did Rook have to die? The whole thing was fake. How did he wind up getting killed for real? That's true. And therein lies the real question. He was a fine bodyguard, the best in fact. He may not have been a native of Zhangfa, but he was someone I could fully trust. That looks like the look of a guilty motherfucker. We're looking away. Mr. Rook must have been really something to gain trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow. Sounds like he was trustworthy to the president as I am to you, huh, sir? I believe that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Wow, Edgeworth, wow. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too then, correct? He wasn't aware of any specific details, so no, not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. Ah, this is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. Huh. What was so great about him anyway? Oh. Bro was jealous. Miles, just give your boyfriend some praise. What's gone into him? He was just another piece on the board. There's there to protect you, nothing more. Listen. Bro is just like, oh, like... Mr. Knight, how could you? Yeah, bro is like guilty AF now. Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? While that boyish coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most? I value your support too, of course, but look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. Yeah. Guilty AF here. And now that that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. Okay, so... We just murder. Yeah, you could do better. This man was not worth the kill. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. We are all well aware of your ambitions, Knight, but doesn't it seem a little imprudent to you? Why, my plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and as they always will be. It's quite a statement, especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Yeah, no thanks to you, and that buffoon Rook. And how exactly is it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer would have never come after me, and I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane. Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that. Fine. The guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's what he always wanted. But did he die protecting the president? I don't think he did. Wait. I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on. Do I have to say everything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Yeah, but the killer doesn't use a gun. Like you said, Mr. Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through the balloon. But the second? That wasn't me. Also, he would have left a calling card next to the body. Oh, really? Then who did fire it? Real assassin? But not the killer. Oh. Well, his plan was to come after the president with a knife. No, the most likely suspect here is the piece cowering quietly in the corner. Our lily white queen over there. What? Miss Lloyd? Again with this? I'm not your danged assassin. But is it really true? I for one don't believe it. The gun in the trash can, it could only belong to you. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. This journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. She wasn't even on the stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. That's everything you just said was literally impossible. So you don't actually know where the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth. Hello, Cyber. Thank you for the raid. Oh, and another one. Thank you, Bink, for the raid. I don't know, the notification's delayed. There we go. Hello. How was stream? I'll give you the shoutouts. How was peak? How was the peak? It was great. Did you reach peak? Did you peak on peak? Lots of peaking. Playing Ace Attorney. This guy definitely killed somebody. He thinks he's Ocelot, but he's not. But I hope you guys had a good stream. He protects the king. You want to translate? He means that his only concern was protecting the president. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? You got kicked? What do you mean you got kicked? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is like hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter, it's still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win. You got kicked a lot? Thank you for the raid. Got a triple. Oh, thank you, Cyber. Beat me to it. You mean you got kicked off the peak? Sorry, I've got the hiccups right now. Thank you for the follow. Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case, for this is where our battle really begins. I'm trying to get the music back. There you go. We're solving a murder right now in Ace Attorney Investigations, and we're still on the first case. This guy's definitely a murderer. But yeah. I hope you guys had a splendid time playing Peak. If you gotta do any post-stream recovery stuff, no worries. I'm gonna be here solving murder. Yeah. Too cute, dude. The shit. Thank you, too cute. As soon as I shot the bullet, I rushed over to help the Rook escort. The victim really didn't take part in your little plan, did he? Nope. And we kept him in the dark, all in the details. So he really thought the president was in danger? Wait, he must have noticed the shot came from right next to him? Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. And even if he did know it was a sham, he still had a job to do. He still had to protect his king. And he was able to make a judgment like that in a split second? Impressive. He really was as capable as they say. Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. I made it so he had no choice but to go along with our little performance.
Hold it!
Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. And what was the victim doing during all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway. Came back, Rook was lying there on the ground. Where on the ground exactly? Right where he is now, middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before he closed it. And thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart. Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk that way. He may have kept you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here now to save your good name. I'd call that dereliction of duty? What do you call it? An honorable try? Which is more than what you'd give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is.
Hold it!
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof, I want to say Atachi cases? Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. And moved into covering positions and used them to shield the president. So the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive shield? Do you really believe Miss Lloyd to be that skilled a marksperson? No. She was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it was pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past your Atachi cases and through the gap in his vest? Seems crazy to me too. But the facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye. And the proof is in your hands. Single killer shot.
Hold it!
But it had 2 bullets, so the second shot had nothing to do with you? Right. That one was fired by your little friend. Imagine the scoop she'd bagged if it had hit its mark. I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts, I report them. Yeah, a journalist who signed up for a fake assassination plan in hopes of getting a story. That's not... Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up, too? So Mr. Knight's suggesting that he first fired one shot, and then Miss Lloyd fired one more. Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. Beats me where she could have got one from, but hey, his entire testimony is pure conjecture. He can't prove any of it. Right, let's hit him with something cold, hard, and undeniable evidence. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can.
Objection!
Fuck! But. Oh wait, no. Wait, hold on. The gun, it's the gun. No, I know, it's the gun. It's the gun. It's the fucking gun.
Objection!
It's the fucking gun. I'm an idiot. So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook. Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. While what you propose would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard, the gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. Now what was you supposed to... Sorry, I can't with that phase. What would you suppose the number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple, because it was planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. I'm just trying to think right now of like... Sorry, I was saying goodnight to your friends. No worries, Cyber. Pulls the horse face and Craig just loses it, literally. We had a blast during peak. You can replace the grab with a kick. Oh, that's what you meant by you kept getting kicked. I love this song too. Somebody faked the evidence? Yes, and if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from one weapon. I get it. So that's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely. We have already proven that the bullets that burst the balloon came from a different weapon, which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. Well, why don't you get to the point? You've come this far. Spit it out. Oh, I intend to, don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was...
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight. You're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Oh, and they got up to the courage to say it, huh? Surely not. Surely you wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot who killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together. And that was when the 3rd bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body. Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Wait, are you really gonna claim there's a 3rd one now? You just said only 2 gunshots were heard. Want to tell me how that works?
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside. Not even gunfire. But wasn't the president right next door? Very true. Which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President? I didn't hear anything. But you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not? The camera in this room isn't normally on. I have no manual switch. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room. And that's what you did this time too, right? Well, that is... What's gone into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important. Please, President Wang. Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. He's so pathetic. What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real? Yes, because I hate the sound of guns. Just the slightest hint of that awful noise and... oh, it's just too much. Ooh, that there's sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. Such a pathetic wet cat. He really is just like the wet cat. Definition of a wet cat. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on, which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the 3rd shot straight at Mr. Rook. Knight? How could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? You think I killed the old half-wit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I get for putting my life on the line for you day after day? I want to believe you, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What? You don't believe that the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun isn't the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired. Yeah? Well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before. And today, another bullet. The bullet that hit Rook. That's pure speculation, pal, and you know it. Maybe, but can you prove it's not true? Not with any certainty, no. Blub blub, oh my god, you're still awake? Oh my god. Welcome back, Krem. You're nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. A single piece of evidence straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, what are you waiting for? Ugh. I mean, I know what it is. I know the evidence. There must be something. Wasn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? We can't prove it, Tabbies. Please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never done what I did. Not even for a scoop. But murder? No, that ain't me. Ain't a murderous bone in my body. Conclusive proof. I think I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Wait, perhaps I can. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. We had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from. No proof, no case. End of conversation. Hold it right there. What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof? Of course I do. This ought to be good. Alright, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending our little game. Very well. My conclusive evidence is that... Oh, okay, well... I have the... Okay. Hey, Edgeworth, I've got something for you. A single penalty straight through your heart. It's not in my possession. Not currently in my possession. Alright then, thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. However, it is here in this room. What? As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to the earlier conversation. After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest things could have been a lot worse. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance, made to look as if it had been hit by a bullet, which begs the question, where is the real bullet? I like it. A twist. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on then, don't keep us in suspense. Does any of the evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? Yes.
Take that!
The bullet is fired from the underwater like a fish. There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yes, a prosecutor with some common sense. Take a look at the bank of security monitors, not cameras. Oh, I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing the views from all around this airplane, inside and out. Only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. And that's because one of the monitors is missing. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President? There was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though. It appears to be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. But where did it go? And why? The why is easy enough to answer, because it was struck by a bullet. Or if we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed. So where did the missing monitor go? Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere in this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search, if you will. Right away, sir. Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember? I have no objection to the search. Please, go ahead. Oh lord, he's fat. Oh yeah, President, we popped the balloon and all the air exhaled out of him. If it will help us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in your way. What are you? I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else? The search has been authorized, Detective, if you wouldn't mind. Sir, I found the monitor. Oh my god, he really is like... Belly out. Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet. Let's see if I put my hands in here and just... Come on, come on, come on. Got it. Well, would you look at that? Blood. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Oh my god, I thought OBS crashed and I was gonna be like, no! There's no doubt about it. Bloody bullets. Data jotted down in my organizer. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. Single piece of evidence you requested. Through your heart. Oh, straight through your heart. Even if you mustn't now admit that this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun, then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What? No pithy comeback? Detective, have forensics analyzed the bullets for and compare them to the gun we found. Yep, I can read. Yes, sir. We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it. Alright, let's hear what forensics has to say. Our findings are as follows, sir. Oh, there's I was like, where's the forensics guy? He blended the fuck in. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victims, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun. Ooh. Probably from when I handed all the evidence over to him. Oops. Now for the key part. The whatever. If they're not a match, then Miss Lloyd is in the clear. Lastly, the... Uh-oh. Our match with this weapon. What? How could that be? Did he swap the guns at some point? No way. Oh, come on. There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet. Oh, how? Well, isn't that something? Conclusive proof that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner, did you? Guess you misread the board. Because the only one backed into a corner here is you. There must have been some period where you put the gun out there? There's no denying it. Forensics proves the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. Who pulled the trigger? It can't have been me. I was up on stage, which leaves you, little friend. Your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer, and you just proved it. Just waiting for him to accidentally shoot himself in the dick. Your move, Edgeworth. And just remember two things. One, where you found that gun, and two, which gun the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter. Ugh. How did it come to this? Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something, who the killer really is. There's no way Tabby did it, is there? Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over his statement again. There must be something further we can deduce from them. Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
No, that's...
Objection!
Objection. What was it you said that forensics would back you up? How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine. The bullet and the gun are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. Kinda has to mean that Tabby pulled the trigger, no? Even so, I simply cannot accept that. But sir, there's no denying the evidence. There isn't. So what am I missing? I assume Miss Lloyd to be innocent, and the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match. What is it, Kay? I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it. You're asking me to call the evidence into question? Well, there's no way Tabby did this, right? If the evidence says that she did it, then the problem must lie there. You seem very sure about this. Call it a great thief's intuition. Tuition, huh? Still, she could be right. I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means, as someone who believes that evidence is everything in the court, the irony is not lost on me, but if I were to call a piece of evidence into question, it would have been the gun, the bullet, neither of them. The bullet? What if there was something wrong with the bullet? Detective Gumshoe, you didn't do anything strange to the bullet when you recovered it. Okay, never. Strange like what, sir? You didn't, step on it or anything? How could you, sir? How could you even think something like that? You didn't need to go full-throated on me, detective. We only just found the bullet, and yes, the detective would have absolutely never done anything to it. In which case, so I guess the gun? If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Oh, I wasn't thinking like that. Furthermore, we know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane. Wait. Maybe he swapped it? I don't understand. Okay, so maybe he swapped the guns. I'd do as he said if I were you, Edgeworth. Can't really be the end of the line, can it? Indeed. He had ample opportunity. Okay. There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used at the crime. It means it must belong to...
Take that!
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. It has to be it.
Hold it!
Mr. Knight.
Objection!
No, you hold it. You're the one who proved this. Or are you saying that forensics was wrong? The bullet had the victim's blood on it. Which means it must be the one that took his life. And it does seem to have been fired from the gun we found in the trash can. Don't you just love this? Your face, Edgeworth. What a picture. Ugh. Of a man in dire straits, yes. Well spotted, you. Let's just agree that the facts are what they are and move on. The gun fired the fatal bullet. So who pulled the trigger? Oops, I wanted to press that.
Hold it!
Yes, who indeed? Still can't bring yourself to admit the truth, huh? I get it. I was in your shoes just a few minutes ago. Burned me up on the inside, you know? Made me really want to shoot someone. Sorry. It's no laughing matter, I know. But we both know who really did shoot someone, don't we? Can't have been me. I was up on stage.
Hold it!
What proof is there that Miss Lloyd fired that gun? What proof? How about the forensics you ordered? They didn't find her prints though, did they? Yeah. Only prints they found were yours, pal.
Objection!
From when I confiscated the evidence, probably. Anyway, say I was a misjournalist. Who was it? Because it can't have been me. Your own investigation put the shooter in the spectator area, didn't it? Ugh. Are you ready to admit it yet? All the evidence points in one direction.
Hold it!
That's not what I proved at all. Oh yeah? So what did you prove? Still trying to make this about how I fired the first shot? Sure, you proved that, and I admitted it. So what? But so what? You're forgetting that you're here to do one thing, and one thing only. You got that right, to uncover the truth. And you think ruining your country's relationship with Zhang Fa is going to do that? No, your job is to solve an attempted assassination, nothing else. I'll decide what my job is, thank you very much. You don't get to tell me what to do. Oh sure, let the trial go cold while you flip your wig over who gets to say what to who. Or you could finally do the right thing and admit, your little friend is guilty. Never. You're the guilty one here. There's no doubt about it. The markings on the bullet are consistent with those left by the weapon from the trash can. But if Mr. Knight were to have tampered with the gun somehow, he could have only done it once and handed over the evidence, and not a moment before. Isn't there anything we can do, Mr. Edgeworth? There must be something. Our reasoning thus far has been sound, I'm sure of it. Which means we can overcome his defenses this time as well. Really? Even with the forensic results on his side? If a testimony is untruthful, there's always a contradiction to be found. Let's listen to what he has to say for himself one more time.
Objection!
Admit it. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings match the weapon in question. It was yours all along. Heh. An intriguing move there, not Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth, and you must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence. While I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation. You took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can and put it on your own. Then not long after, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found. I did, huh? You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet sometime in the future? Is that so strange? You're a chess player after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered. But much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch? The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. Just what we expect to see. So, what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None, that's what. You said that I'm overestimating your abilities? You surprised me. What can I say? I'm a modest guy. You're modest. More modest than you, that's for sure. Everywhere except the chessboard, that is. Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you? Shame. Still, guess that gives you a nice excuse. I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence. I don't think I'll be the one making excuses, rather. I didn't mess up. I just got lucky with the evidence. Will be your excuse, I'd imagine. Thank you for the hydrate. I want to... Whoa. Oh, no! I didn't mean to do that! I just wanted to look at the evidence. I pressed the wrong button. I'm a modest guy. I've never been anyone as modest as me. I just wanted to see if there was anything else. Why is it so zoomed in? Alright. Yeah. I accidentally... 1 second. Be right back. I'm gonna get more water. Alright. I also decided to swap cups and clean out the other one I was using. It smelled like my food. I didn't like that. Alright. Okay. The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. Okay.
Hold it!
A coincidence, you say? Or was it a necessity? It can't be both, pal. Sure it can. We bodyguards need to protect the president, and the girl needed to use the gun. She probably doesn't know a whole lot about them. Not so far-fetched for her to pick up something she's heard of. We also have... It's not far-fetched for her to pick something she's heard of that we also happen to use. Are we sure about that? Okay, but why a revolver? Why is that your go-to gun? Because he wishes he was awesome. It's probably something to do with the ease of use. No spent casing to face down. Exactly. Perfect tool for when a job where you can't afford it or don't know what you're doing. What is that? Common. The question. Still, coincidence, necessity, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But okay. And look, there's a laser sight attack. Okay. Oh wait, oops. Oops.
Hold it!
Because you swapped it here, or there, on there. Put up or shut up. There's your evidence. Well, that is... Don't go making accusations, back up. I'm trying to think of, like... No. I guess you can't. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or did your daddy never teach you that? Oh. As it stands, the facts are in my favor here. To go bring it up. Yeesh. Enough. His real dad's dead. He went for the daddy issue. He really did. Sorry, I'm fixing my seat. I'm like trying to multitask. I'm trying to read while adjusting the chair. Okay, there we go. That's better. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets.
Hold it!
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. About your own weapon. 2 spent bullets in the cylinder. This old girl here? Well, now. I let loose a few rounds earlier, as you saw. Reloads his gun every time he fires it? But even if I were to tell you how many times were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that. Reloads his gun every time he fires it? But even if I were to tell you how many times there were at the time, you have no way of verifying them. Of course, in order to swap the guns properly, to maintain the right number of bullets per gun, you didn't have the chance to put on any gloves though, which means... Alright, I think it's about time you did the right thing and resign, don't you? The game is all but done, see? Hold on. Edward said something and they didn't have a chance to put on any gloves though. To swap guns properly, you have to maintain the right number of bullets per And what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine?
Hold it!
This is something you clearly don't have. You did. You have made your move by now. We do so have proof, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Won't be given a chance to investigate any further. We'll have to work with what we've gathered. Think, Miles, think. Consider all the possibilities. Got the goods. It's now or never. How are we supposed to prove he switched the guns? Fortunately, we don't have any direct evidence of his wrongdoing, but that in itself is proof of a crime, because otherwise the creation shouldn't line up like they do. Right. Let's carefully consider and if we can from the evidence. The truth is somewhere. Gun is the same models. Look the charge. Also take a look at the cylinder too. Bullets. Expected to see. Now it's serious. Well, victim bled to death from a gunshot wound towards. Okay, wait. Also take another two. I wonder if it's either him because it's only one bullet, right? If I switch gun out. Can we watch the security vision around the area? Be like good. Nope. I kind of just thought like, oh, maybe we can look at, maybe I'm thinking too ahead because I feel like just a thought. Okay. Bullet. Guess that wasn't it. But I thought. What? I feel like it's probably either his body bullets. It's only one bullet. And he did the... Or... Go now. See the bullet?
Objection!
Oh, okay. I thought because he was saying something about him, like, touching the bullets. Oh, wait, maybe it was the first statement? Okay. Yeah. Let's
Hold it!
said something. Okay, maybe it's at that statement. I don't know.
Objection!
No? Because of the— oh god, I'm gonna lose this. This is the first case. What's going on? Didn't— I'm really trying to think here. Like, is it just the do I look it up? Because I'm confused. I can't believe I don't know if I'm like not or if it's just like confused by the wording. What? Okay. I thought I presented that on the fourth statement, but I guess I didn't. Okay.
Objection!
I didn't present it on the fourth statement, but I presented it to everything but I have your proof. Right here. Okay, so I was right. It was like the gun, but I think I was thinking a little too hard. What's your proof? I think you've been working too hard, Mr. Edgeworth. Not the gun itself. Because, like, he makes the comment on the third one. So I just thought, makes sense. Anyway. Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does, in fact, belong to you. I'm looking forward to this. Go ahead, make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook? The bishop? Not a pawn, surely. The evidence the gun will provide takes form of fingerprints. Fingerprints. Namely, your fingerprints. Yeah, because basically if he swaps it out every time, his fingerprints will be all over those bullets.
Objection!
My prints? Ha! Of course my prints are on the gun. You handed it right to me when you gave up the evidence. How could they not be on there?
Objection!
What if I told you there are prints on parts of the gun you shouldn't have touched at any point? What? What? Where? You can't prove that. Oh, but I can. There's a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you said. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring our game to its rightful conclusion. Ooh, ooh. The music's so good at this. Here, look closely at the cylinder, detective. 2 bullets fired, but where are the prints that we're looking for, sir? You did indeed switch the guns when I handed you the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different. There were 2 spent bullets in the gun we found. Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun? We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into the balloon. And he fired another bullet into Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus the few odd ones he let loose in shock during our little game. After each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Ugh. Officer, where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The ones you mentioned in your report? Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight. And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And in taking his life, you are the true assassin. I didn't. Checkmate. No! Oh. I was going to be the new chief of security. That blasted Rook. If it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless. Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet. I'm afraid this is as far as we go for today. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. But it's not fair. It's not fair. March 25th, 5:12 p.m. Gourd Lake. Oh, he's all beefed up again. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed a murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that. He's suddenly very presidential again, now that we're back outside the plane. I saw it, you know, when I first proposed a fake assassination to him. You want me to handle it? Not Rook? Rook refused. But I can rely on you, can't I? Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put it together a plan that can't possibly fail. You stop being pathetic, and he'll play his part like the pawn he is. The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of our little deception. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life. Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted to fake an attempt on your life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you will have to live with. You are right. I can only apologize for the part I played, and I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that, I shall be eternally grateful. I will be here in your country for a little while longer yet, and when I have returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Zhangfa. You will always be welcome. Yeah, you're not about to be president anymore after you come back, though. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all don't know how grateful I am. All's well that ends well. Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless, but the fact remains that you were a willing participant in a staged assassination attempt. Police will no doubt wish to speak with you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. I know, and I'm awfully sorry about everything. Truly I am. I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits. There sure are. I got me some serious thinking to do. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was something else. Local prosecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline? Hey, there's my department. Mr. Prosecutor, how does it feel to solve such an important case? It must be over the moon. She certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment. Dang. You're just one tight-lipped son of a gun. As well as I should be. This case is not over yet. It isn't? How come, sir? Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be completely over.
Take that!
The killer's calling card? Mr. De Killer has yet to complete his assignment. You mean he might still try to murder the president? I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister yet. As one would expect with the attempted assassination of a president, the case was all over the news. My controller just died? It just died. And my preparations for Mr. Wait, what? The case was all over the news, and my preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everybody was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in the game far bigger than any of us could have imagined. We did it! Huh. How long was I playing this? How long? Checking. I probably should stop here, but I'm gonna check something mighty quick. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but just know. I'm gonna go. Wait. Hold on. I'm checking. Okay, so it's been about like almost 3 hours since I started. I guess it's fine to end here. I don't want to stop. We can look at the cool stuff. The gallery. Oh yeah, my achievement. I'll have to look into some of the achievement stuff. Oh, I didn't even look at these from the first case. Let's look at these ones. He's so fat and sad. Wait, where's the spray for him being held hostage? I love like the spin. Wait. Oh yeah, we do have this. That was so good. Oh yeah, I'm pressing the wrong one. Too good. Guess we can't see those yet. There. Oh yeah. Dog! Doggy! Doggy! I forgot to like look at these. Anyway. Yeah, we'll end here. Just because I did technically stream for that was find someone to raid. I'll probably maybe try to stream on maybe Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if I'll be able to tomorrow. If I get home early enough, maybe, but I might not be able to. That's okay. Alright, let's see who is live. Is playing Mega Man. All right. It looks like Agna is playing Peek. peek. We'll do that. I will see you guys possibly sometime this week. And yeah, thanks for joining me for another long stream of art and Ace Attorney. I'll cut the art part and just upload the part of me playing Ace Attorney on YouTube, but yeah. For joining. I will see you guys whenever I stream next. So, bye bye!